Ron Saetermoe here with Wise Coaching, W-I-I-S-E coaching.com with another Tri-Tips. Today we got something a little different for you. We're here with David with the OC Bike Garage, and he's going to show us some very important tips when you pack your bike for travel. You want to take that rear derailleur off and your chain off. He's going to show us how to do it. Right, David?
That's right.
Okay. If you're ready, here we go.
All right. So first thing we want to do is give yourself as much chain slack as possible by shifting into the small chain ring and the small cog. Next, we want to locate power link right there. Using your chain pliers, we want to break the power link. Try not to drop it on the floor and lose it. And then remove the chain just by turning the cranks and catching it on the front side. Set that aside. You'll want to put that in a bag to put inside your shipping case so it doesn't get chain lube everywhere. The next thing we're going to do is for your electronic drivetrains, Shimano's, of course, will be unplugging the wire. SRAM, no need for that. So for the Shimano's, we want to remove the Di2 wire. Just make sure it doesn't fall into the frame. You might want to put a zip tie around it just to make sure in shipping it doesn't fall inside the frame. Something you can do real easily. Makes it hard to lose it. Just like that. So we're going to remove the derailleur.
And what is that? What is that wrench you've got?
This is a combination park tool, 4, 5, and 6 millimeter Allens. All derailleurs that I know of are fastened with a 5 millimeter Allen or a T25 Torx wrench. So now we've got the derailleur removed. You can wrap it up in bubble wrap and put it somewhere in your bag. For the bikes that have cable or SIS shifting, meaning cabled derailleurs, we're going to leave that cable attached and just wrap the derailleur loose, still attached to the bicycle by the cable, and just place it in between the chain stays and maybe secure it there with some tape. It'll ride comfortably wherever you're going to race. Now we can go back and reassemble the bike. That's the most important when you're arriving at your destination. So we just want to make sure that that B-stop screw rests on the foot of the derailleur hanger. How I like to do that is rotate the derailleur up, threading in the attachment bolt, and it should thread a number of times if that stop screw is in the correct location. Tighten it to the correct torque values, and then you can tell when everything's correct because the derailleur has a nice spring action. Then we're going to, for your electronic, the Di2 drivetrains, we're going to take the Di2 wire, place it inside the port, and then using the Di2 wire tool, press it till we hear a snap, and it's nice and tight. So now we'll reattach the chain. A little tricky threading it on through the front derailleur first. I like to start from the front because I have gravity working for me when it comes to threading the chain through the derailleur cage. One thing to remember with Shimano chains, they are directional, and there is some very faint etchings in that chain on the outer plate links. The other side is blank. So Shimano, the etching always goes out. So we're gonna take the chain and run it over the top pulley cog, and then the most important thing to remember about threading the chain through the pulleys is that on pretty much every derailleur cage that I know of, there's a little divider in here, and you want to make sure that the chain is running above that little divider, so it just runs cleanly from pulley to pulley and not over that divider piece. It makes, you know, a pretty loud racket if you have it run the wrong way, but I have seen a few bikes with it run incorrectly and the rider not even know. So the other thing to remember with power links is that there's an arrow and we want it following the drive direction. I've never known it to be a problem otherwise, but we'll just follow the instructions there. Then we can place the power link together without snapping it into place at this point. And there's a little bit larger opening for the pin to fit through. And then we bring the power link pliers in and pull it apart. It just gives a little snap into place. A couple things that on a bike that I always like to remember, and two of them are right here in this process, is turn the chain so that you can see the back of the power link and make sure that it is installed correctly. The other thing is to make sure that the chain passes through the pulley cage correctly and not on the wrong side of that little divider piece. Voila, ready to go to the races.
Okay, so that's a huge piece of information that you just got there on how to pack your bike up so that it doesn't get damaged in transit. And I can tell you, I've had my derailleur damaged in transit. It's a very expensive repair.
More than once.
Yeah, yeah, tell me about it. So pay attention. Let us know how this video works for you. David is an amazingly skilled bike technician. We'll bring you some more tri-tips. If you're interested, just let us know. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and be sure to share with all your friends.
He had me at tri-tip. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.